Ahsoka, which is the spin-off Star Wars series starring Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, in which the former Jedi apprentice of Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars seeks to prevent the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn following the fall of the Empire. Ahsoka is probably one of my most anticipated shows to come out after Mandalorian Season 2. I remember the first time it was announced, I was quite excited to see really one of the best, if not the best characters from Clone Wars and the Star Wars universe in general, to have her own show and to really see what they could be able to incorporate within this show. And of course, we got the casting information with the Rebels crew coming back. Sabine, Ezra, Harrison Dua, Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, which I mean he wasn't a part of obviously wasn't a part of the Rebels crew, but was in the show Rebels, of course. It was really damn exciting, It was such a joy to really be able to see these characters back again, but in the form of live action. And all the episodes of Ahsoka are officially out. And now I'm going to tell you what I think about Ahsoka. Well, what did I think about Ahsoka? Ahsoka is by far the best Star Wars show of this year. This is the Star Wars show that I wanted after the disappointment of Mandalorian Season 3. This is exactly what I wanted and more, and it freaking delivered. It delivered. I think the things that I love about the show were that we were able to see all these different characters come back. Now, the things I'm about to tell you do include spoilers, so if you haven't seen Ahsoka, get off this video, watch the whole 8 episodes, 8 or 9, was it 8 or 9 episodes? I can't remember, of Ahsoka, and then come back and watch this review. But if you have seen it, you're here, and let's go. So Sabine really has a very prominent role in this series, and I really like that she in this series she was trained by Ahsoka. She was Ahsoka's Padawan, and in the series we get to learn that she wasn't really fully trained. She didn't complete her training, and we get to see a little bit more of her training to become this Jedi, and it's so badass that we really get to explore that. And I think Dave Filoni did such a great job of really incorporating that and seeing, her becoming more than just this Mandalorian. She's also a Mandalorian Jedi, which is just amazing. It is so amazing, and I absolutely love that. Another thing that I also loved is, seeing Ahsoka in this series. The things that she has been living with for the past years as a Jedi, and the things that she has lost, especially, Anakin. And as you know, if you've seen the series, Anakin is in the show, and Anakin and Ahsoka meet one another after a very, very long time, and they complete their training, because as you know, if you've seen the series, she feels like she hasn't really completed her training. You get to explore more of that. You get to see Anakin and Ahsoka, and Ahsoka, especially Ahsoka, complete her training with Anakin Skywalker. And I think that was such a beautiful, well done scene. And it was also amazing to explore the Clone Wars, and seeing them with the Anakin in the Clone Wars attire was just chef's kiss right there. Chef's kiss. And it was beautiful. And also we get to see young Ahsoka, who's played by Ariana Greenblatt, I think that's her name. she was in Barbie and Avengers Infinity War, and she did a great job as young Ahsoka, and she's a really terrific actress. And, I think she really did such an amazing job as a young Ahsoka. Um, so, yeah, I mean, it was just great to see that part of her. We get to explore more of her characters and the things that she struggles with, and to see her going past working on her struggles and getting past those struggles to be this ultimate Jedi was something really, really special, and I just absolutely loved that part of the series. Of course, we also get to see Harrison Dua and Jason Sindula, which just warmed my heart, man. I mean, seriously. Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays Harrison Dua, and she was just really terrific in this role. I think she was so great. You don't really get to see a lot of her in that much of her in this series, but she is terrific, and she really did such a great job. And seeing Jason really was so amazing and so awesome, and it'd be so exciting to really get the opportunity to see him get trained in this series. I really hope that we get to see, you know, Ezra train. I think it would make sense to see Ezra train Jason, because really, as you know, if you've seen Rebels, um, Hera and Kanan were once in love, and then, as you know, Hera was pregnant, and then she had Jason, and it would make sense to see, you know, Ezra, Kanan's Padawan, to train, to train Jason. It would really, really just make sense, and it would be absolutely just great to see. And it was great to really see him in Ahsoka, and I would love to see more of him in season 2. And then, of course, we can't forget about my main man. We can't forget about my main man, Ezra Bridger. Oh my goodness, he is back. He's a badass, and oh my goodness, um, the actor who plays Ezra Bridger, Iman Esfandi, he was just terrific. He's amazing, and he really did such a great job, and I would love to see more of him in season 2. And I really hope to see his season 2, because he just so terrific, a great actor, and I'm just happy with the choice, because he was really so amazing. And just to see all these characters come back was amazing. I know we also didn't get to see Zeb. I wish we got to see Zeb in this series. I think that was a little bit of a disappointment that we didn't get to see Zeb in this series. I mean, we got the chance to see him in Mandalorian season 3, which was great. But to see more of Zeb would be a miracle for season 2, and I think he would be a great for season 2, and I would love to see that. Also, let's not forget about Thrawn. I mean, wow, Lars Mikkelsen, seeing him back as Thrawn was just wow. I mean, it's such a blessing that we get to live in a world where all these actors that got to voice them in, Clone Wars and uh, Rebels, are now getting to play them in live action. And Lars Mikkelsen, who was just absolutely terrific as Thrawn in the Rebels series, is just as terrific in live action, and he looked amazing. Some people think he might have looked goofy, but I don't care. He looked amazing in this series, and it was such a pleasure to see Thrawn in this, and he was just really, really terrific and really, really amazing. And let's also not forget about Chopper. I can't forget about Chopper, man. Chopper was in this. Good to see my boy Chopper. Love that droid. Love that droid. And it was so great to really get the chance to see him. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, it was amazing to really see these different characters come back that we love from Clone Wars and Rebels. But it was also great to really see the new characters in this series, such as Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace, man. He was a terrific, terrific actor as Balin Skull. He was just amazing in this role, and it sucks that, he's gone, but he was such an amazing, amazing actor, and he played this role so perfectly, and he really looked like a badass in this role. I mean, he was a badass, and he was a badass on screen and off screen, and he was just absolutely terrific. Ivana Sakno, if I'm saying her name right, who plays Shin Hati, also was just so terrific, and she also looked really badass in this series, and it was great to really see these new characters, and it would be great to see. It would really be great to really see how these characters are going to return. I think Shin Hati is going to return, but I'm not sure if Balin is going to return. If they're going to do a different actor, or they're going to decide, hey, it's probably not the best decision to recast, so we're going to find some ways to see if he went his separate way, or whatever happened to him. But those two new existing characters were really great, and we get to see explore more of their story, and it was really, really interesting to see how they really became Siths. It was really, really great, and I think both of these actors did such an amazing job, and it was great to really see those characters in Ahsoka. But enough of me talking about the characters. I want to talk about the show overall. I mean, the visuals are incredible. The directing is great. The cinematography was great. Um, just exploring these worlds and really getting to explore new ones and pre-existing worlds was just amazing. Especially Lafal, and seeing Ezra's home was just, it was beautiful, man. It was really beautiful to see, and to see the different things that happened in Rebels, in Clone Wars. All those different things that we got to see in those shows are now in this show. It was a blessing, man. And I can't wait for season 2. This show has just been so fun, and easily the best Star Wars series of this year. I think this and Bad Batch are probably my favorite of this year so far. So I'm gonna give it a rating. I'm gonna give my best to do a rating for this. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think this series was amazing, and easily the best series so far this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Peace.